What's going on, YouTube? It's Unfeeling, and today I'm here with how to set up a Valheim server on your PC or backup PC. So the first thing you're going to want to do, just jumping right into it, is download the dedicated server tool from Steam. So right now I'm already in tools, and if you don't know how to navigate there, you just simply need to go to this drop down menu below home, above your games. If you have it checked, okay, you're good to go. Just uncheck game and group by collection just so you can find it easier. If not, you will need to check tools. And what you want to do is scroll down until you find Valheim, or the easier way to do it is simply search Valheim. Right there you have the game, and then right down here, the bottom, I have Valheim Dedicated servers. And what you're going to want to do, I'm not going to install it because I already have it installed, but what you're going to want to do is click this. For me it says launch, of course, because like I said, have it installed already. What you're going to want to do is download it. Right after you install the Valheim Dedicated servers, you do not need to launch it, trust me. You just need to hover over Valheim Dedicated server in Steam, right click it, go to properties. So what you're going to want to do is go over to the left where you see Valheim Dedicated server again, right click it, go to properties, go to local files, and press browse. Then you're going to see start headless server batch. Then right click start headless server batch. Don't worry about this, you will then do that after, make a copy of it, but right now you don't have to worry about it. Open it, and this all should come up in your notes pad. This right here, you don't need to touch, it's just giving you information on what you should do. So I'll just read it over for you. Make a local copy of the script to avoid it being overwritten. That's what I did, that was the copy. Minimum password length is 5 characters, blah blah blah. Password can't be a server name. Okay, and you need to make sure the ports 2456 and 2458 is being forwarded to your server through your local router and firewall. We're going to get to that after we do this little set right here. So you have the name right here. This is not the name of your world, this is the name of your server. It's a little confusing, right? It says name, it says my world, then you think that that is your world, but no, this is the name of your server. So I'm going to make the name of my server that Bussin. That's the name of the server for me. Okay, and then the port, don't worry about that, don't need to touch it, leave it as is. What you're going to want to do is change the name of your world. This is the name of your world in Valheim itself, not the server, and the name of it will be Bussin. And my password, I'm just going to make anything you want. Doesn't matter, of course it has to be above 5 characters or it will not work. I don't know what will happen if you make it below 5, but I know that it will not work. After you make all the necessary changes, all you have to do is save or Control S and then exit out. Boom, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Not really. After closing that, then what you're going to want to do is open up Firewall, Defender Firewall, and Security. I'm letting you guys know in advance, this could pose as a security risk if Valheim's servers get hacked into or something of that extent. It shouldn't allow people to just invade your home at will, but it does increase security issues. If you want to go about doing this, you can. I just would like to advise that it could impose an issue, but it shouldn't be that too big of a deal. People make dedicated servers all the time. I'm not saying that that means nothing's going to happen. I just mean that the risk, it's a little bit bigger. That's all I'm saying. Don't quote me on that. But what you're going to want to do is go to inbound rules. Do not go near outbound rules. You don't need it at all. All you need to do is go to inbound rules. Go to new rule, navigate to port, and hit next. You're then going to want to put in the ports that were in the notes, but I'll just tell you right now, it was 2456 to 2458. Those are the ports. Keep this on TCP and specific local out ports. Not hit all local ports. Hit next again, leave it on allow this connection. Will all remain the same. If public is not checked, then check public. hit next, and you can change the name to anything you want. I'll just put Valheim server good walk and hit finish. Boom, now you have the ports open through your firewall, and you now then have to navigate to your router in order to open them on there. And I'm sorry if you don't have a router to access, if you don't have any software. I've kind of wasted your time, but if you do, let's get right into it. Now, this process will vary depending on what router you have. If you have a NetDoomer R2 like me, you're in luck. It's going to be exactly the same. If not, it's going to be a little bit different. But what you're going to want to do, I hope it's the same. You want to navigate to network settings. If it's not the same for you, I'm sorry, but you're going to want to search through until you find something that looks like this port forwarding. Okay, you're going to want to click that. I already have it set up, but I'm going to do it again just to show you guys. Now, the name doesn't really matter. It could be anything you want, but I'm going to put in Valheim. Now, if you are my R2 people, the same router that I have, all you need to do is navigate to your network settings. I have it here. Look at the last digits, -241 in your IP address, and put it into the destination. Mine looks a little bit different from yours. It's okay, but here it goes. I'm going to put in the last digits, -241. If you're using a different router, I know that you may have to copy and paste the whole IP and put it in. For my NetDoomer R2s and R1s, simply have to put the last 3 digits or 1 digit, whatever it is, right here. You'll be good to go. Now, right here, you want to put in the incoming port, which is 2456. Boom, there you go. You're good to go for the start. And then what you want to do, it's going to autofill everything. You don't want that. You're going to want to put 2458 at the end, and then it will autofill it here. And then boom, you want to come down to protocol, do TCP and UDP. Put my server is right here, and I'm ready to go. Almost. Now you're going to want to go back to Steam and launch the dedicated server just to see if it's running or not. It's going to take a little bit of time to start loading in, but don't worry. The time does vary. It may take maybe 5 minutes, but it shouldn't take no more than maybe a minute. It all depends on your PC and how strong it is, you know, loading time, such and such. Now, right here, you want to see this right here, game server connected. We just want to make sure this does come up, because if it doesn't come up, then it's definitely not connected. But we want to see this. This is going to show us that, hey, we're on the right track. Now, we can put this aside. What you're going to want to do is come back to Steam. Go to View. What you're going to want to do is come to Favorites, Add Server, and you're going to want to add your IP address. Personally, for me, I added 2457, and that's what got it to work. You may run into issues. Again, Steam is not perfect, and Valheim servers are not perfect. They're having issues with actually showing people's servers. But when I did 2457, and make sure there's a colon between your IP and the port forwarding numbers. Just make sure there is a colon. Add this to favorites, and it should come up. If it doesn't come up, try refreshing it sometimes. As you see, the latency is changing. You may get a glitch that it may show your IP and not actually the server. You want to keep refreshing it. Hit connect to the server, and then what you're going to want to do is put in your password. Hit connect, and it should be launching Valheim itself. I see my character right here. I'm going to click start. It's going to take some time to load, but it then should ask me for my password. It then should pull up the world once you load in. It's going to take a bit for me, but as you can see, I'm loading in. Everything looks set, and I am good to go. Now, there you go. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section down below. And if you liked the video and it worked for you, please leave a like. And if you didn't, go ahead and dislike it. But if you have any questions, I will answer every single one I'm not one of those guys who are gonna post a tutorial and leave you guys hanging. If you have a question, I will answer them to the best of my abilities. And if you want a video on how to have your friends join the server, I'll be sure to make one of that as well. But enjoy your Viking days, guys, and I'm out.